What's up, y'all? What's going on? Hopefully, let's see if we can try to make sure that we're good over here. There we go, we are. Now, how in the heck? There we go. What's up, y'all? Y'all, so I've always talked about purples and yellow's a really good color with about anything. And I pulled some purple and some yellow together. So that's what we're gonna make. We're gonna make a grapevine with purples and yellows, y'all. Okay. Y'all, these roses came from Walmart. Like, look how pretty they are. It's actually a really pretty rose. So we're gonna use that. A stem that I found, which is 62878. I don't know if this is in stock anywhere, but it's got purples and yellows on it. Had purples and yellows on it. Y'all, the head of this flower came off, so I'm gluing it back on. This is a pretty stem. I may have had this one for a while. I don't remember. Y'all, I get so many packages sometimes. I'm like, ooh, when did I order that? When did I buy that? Okay, so y'all, look how full and nice this stem is. This is what I love to look for in different floral stems. Something that looks really nice and full. That's already got greenery in it, some florals. This has some little pip berries. Now, this is actually a really great stem. A lot of the greenery is wired, so you can manipulate it to where you want it to go. So yeah, but look how, that's a nice stem, yo. And this one is 62878. Okay. So keeping in the theme of the purples and yellows, I didn't pull any 60919, so we're not using any 60919 today, y'all. So we're good on that part. But I just pulled different purples and yellow ribbons. Y'all, this one came from Walmart as well. This is in their Easter section. Y'all, it actually holds its shape really well. The quality is really nice. It is only 12 feet, but y'all, if you need this and you're in a pinch, this is perfect for you. I also did pull some deep purple. This deep purple comes in the big 50-yard boxes. Some yellow and white cabana stripes, some lavender, some yellow floral print. I'm not sure if I want to use this one just because there's no pink in it, and there's a lot of pink on this one. I'm realizing that now that I'm seeing it. But then we also have the one that came from the monthly box. So this one came from the monthly box, and it too has a lot of pink, y'all. But that's okay, I think. I think it's going to be okay. I'm sure it's going to be okay. Okay. So we're going to make a tail, pinch it, make a loop. So we are going to do another half bow today. Half bows are kind of really great to use. I was trying to find a really pretty designer ribbon to put in this, but I didn't have any purple designer ribbon, y'all. What the heck? Actually, I'm more than sure I do have it, but I do mums for homecoming here in Texas. So I pack up a lot of my purple ribbon because that's our school color, and that probably is where it went. Let's see, make those about the same size. Y'all, trust me, my Walmart is not that great. It's usually always picked over. I just happen to be there at the right time. Right place, right time. But Walmart's, a lot of big box stores have really picked up their game on the home decor, which is really great. Seasonal decor as well. And not every Walmart is the same either. I've learned that because I went to one and they had, you know, like the trends now, like they're those really big round mirrors, or those really tall standing mirrors. And I had seen one at one Walmart, and I was like, you know what? I'll get it when I'm closer to home, because I was traveling and I didn't want to run the risk of me breaking it because I was like 5 hours away. So I went to the one closer to me, and they didn't have any of that stuff. I was like, oh, dang it! I should have bought it then. Should have bought that. I should have bought that there, but I didn't. But it's okay. So we're just continuing making our loops for our half bow. I really love this dark purple mixed in with that lavender. Look at the two purples. This is the lavender and this is the dark purple. Yeah, y'all. So I was kind of bummed. I was like, man, I really want one of those big mirrors. Which I don't know why I want that big mirror, because I'm not a big fan. So I wasn't a big fan of mirrors. I really wasn't. All my life I've always been big, so I've never really cared for mirrors. I'm like, oh, there we go, another mirror. But now I'm like, I'm warming up to them, and I really want one of those big, oversized mirrors. Because, you know, go big or go home, right? Don't start with a little small mirror. Let's just go for a big one. And some of them are really, really great. But what really bites is I have to travel with it. And I'm like, if that breaks, one, I'm going to be mad. But then there's superstitions too. And I'm like, do I want to run the risk of that? So we added in that floral ribbon, and I'll be honest with y'all, I am not super crazy about it because it does have a lot of pink in it. But, I mean, it's really one of the only yellow ribbons that I had in that size. So I'll tell y'all, in my stash of supplies, 2 colors you'll find that I have the least amount of: orange and yellow. Literally, like, the only thing I have is probably a solid yellow and then solid orange. But all along here, it's all different colors except those colors. So I think I need to go shopping. Just an excuse to go shopping, y'all. Good morning, y'all. So we're just making our half bow, continuing with our loops. Okay. So this is exactly what we should have. We should have 3 1.5-inch loops and 3 2.5-inch loops. So we're going to set that pipe cleaner right into the middle of that bow. Bring around my zip tie. Y'all know I'm a zip tie person. I love zip ties, especially when it comes to bow making. To me, and this is just me, this is my personal opinion, I feel like it makes my bow look extra fluffy. I don't know if anyone else feels like that, but I feel like it does. Okay, so we are just going ahead and putting all of these off to the side. That's really the last time we're going to use that ribbon, y'all. And I am working on a 14-inch round grapevine. But you can use this on about any size of grapevine. 16, 18-inch grapevines as well. Okay, so just trimming that off. And now we've got our bow in our wreath. Okay. And I want to kind of just go ahead and start trimming some of these tails. Not too much, but y'all know that when I trim these tails, I try to trim it as close to the edge as possible towards the end of it. That way, if I need to keep that tail long, I still have length on it. But if I need to cut it short, then I can always come back and cut the rest of it off. Oh, y'all, that doesn't look too bad. That floral print, but it's kind of weird because there's two different floral prints. Like one's like tropical and one's like real dainty, and it's got pink. But we are going to make it work, y'all. That's what we're going to do. Yeah, believe it or not, I do have a lot of pink in my shelf. Like there's literally 1, 2, 3 right there, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 rows of pink ribbon there, y'all. So I do have the pink, and I know everyone always teases me. They're like, "But you don't like pink." I'm like, I don't like pink, but it sells, so I'm gonna still use it. Okay, so y'all, that's what we have on our bow. I just curled up those ends because we're still gonna add our florals in, and that way, if I need to cut those ribbons, I can. Okay, so we're gonna start off with our first stem, and our first stem is always gonna. I always like to start off with one of our fuller stems, which this one is one of our fuller stems, meaning it has all the greenery and florals on it. So I really want to start with this one first. Now all I'm going to do is I'm just going to trim that down because I don't need that long stem. So I'm going to come up back behind that bow into that grapevine. Y'all, we made, I see someone talking about the butterfly wreath behind me. We did make that on Facebook yesterday, which I don't even know what day yesterday was. The 8th, so March 8th, we did make that butterfly wreath. Ah, y'all, I glued myself to the table. Get it together, Jordan. Okay, so look how nice and full that already looks just with that one stem. I am going to go back and I am going to just tie that into that grapevine. Just using a pipe cleaner or even a zip tie and finding a branch of that grapevine that I could tie this to. Go, so it's not flopping all over the place. Okay, so y'all look how pretty that looks. Just that one stem looks really pretty in there. Okay, I'm gonna kind of clean up as I go. Cleaning up meaning I'm just gonna trim the back of this wreath and the branches, the stems that might be poking through. So I'll tell y'all, anytime you see a wreath back behind me, there's about like a 99.9% chance that there is a video on it. It can either be here on YouTube or it can also be on Facebook. And sometimes it's stuff that I've done inside our creative coaching group. So 99% of the time there is a recording for almost every video. So so it really just depends on which one it is, and like the more intricate ones, I dedicate those to the creative coaching group. These are more like quick, fun, easy projects that you can do. But if you want like more in depth, like super detailed, like why I'm placing something here, or why I'm doing this, y'all think about joining the creative coaching group. The creative coaching group, you get 6 coaches. You get a ton of bonuses. Once you join the creative coaching group, you get instant access to all of our lives that we've done inside the creative coaching group on Facebook. So, well, I think it's like it may be over 500 or 600 videos that you gain instant access to. So, I mean, it's a lot. You can learn about all of that at creativecoachjordan.com. That is my affiliate link for that. Yeah, your creative coaches are me, which I'm Jordan Matthew from Designs by Jordan. You got Damon Oates from DecoExchange. Jackie from The Fancy Front Door. Melly Mel from Sincerely Creative Mom, and Tammy from Polka Dot Wreath Co. We also have another coach, Derica, with Derica's Designs. She's super great. She's our no-sew wreath attachment queen. You know, some of the stuff that she makes, I'm like, oh, why didn't I think of that? Okay. So yeah, look how pretty that looks. We haven't even added in any of our roses yet. I actually even think that was called like a wildflower rose or stem or something like that. That was 62878. But be warned, I've had that one for a while, so I don't know who might have it. But yeah, the creative coaching group is only $35 a month, and you get well over 20 tutorials a month. But even if you're even if I know it's not in everyone's price budget to join the group monthly, they do have a free group. It's called How to Make Wreaths featuring DecoExchange. That one is a free group on Facebook, and the creative coaches from the creative coaching group, 4 of us, go in there live once a month, and we just do a project with y'all as a kind of as like as a bonus. That's really what it is. It's a bonus. So we go live once a month inside that group. And sometimes it'll be fun, quick projects like this. But it really just depends. So that is How to Make Wreaths on Facebook. So yeah, I need to trim this one down just a little bit more. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to glue this in. Yeah, remember this rose came from Walmart. While I do love to use as many DecoExchange products as I can, y'all, I also want y'all to be able to maybe go down to the store and find some of the products that I use, and you can create your own. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to trim this one down as well, because this one's going to come down to the bottom. Now, if you see me keep looking over here, like my phone kind of blocks the comments a little bit, and I still quite haven't figured out how YouTube does their comment section, y'all. I'm trying though. I'm trying to figure it out. So coming underneath that bow. I think I want to just add 2 more pieces. I don't think I want to add that whole big rose up there, but I want to add some more of these budding roses, these rose buds. Okay, so y'all, you could definitely stop there if you wanted to. Kind of just manipulating some of that greenery around. I think it looks really pretty. But I want to add in some more filler flower. Now this filler flower isn't a 60919, but it comes from the at-home store, y'all. So I am going to split this up because I do want to tie this into that wreath. Normally I'm a whole stem person, and whole stem means I'll try and do as much as I can before I have to cut that up. Like the first purple and yellow stem we added in, that's a whole stem, so I know I just stuck the whole stem in there. So that's what I usually mean by whole stem project. Someone asked, I keep asking this, but am I watching live on YouTube or catch up from Facebook? Joan, you are live on YouTube. This is live right now, live, living color. Coach Jordan on YouTube. So I'm just taking these pieces that I cut up off that bush, and we're going to start just putting these into our grapevine now. Kind of filling in those little empty spots that I see. Y'all, we are live here on YouTube every Tuesday through Friday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. Unless something happens. But I am always going to try and make that time spot for y'all. That is the time I have set for y'all here on YouTube. And if you miss us on YouTube, you can always catch us live on Facebook at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, Tuesday through Friday as well. So I might need to cut up that other branch, that other bush. But we're just adding in this floral stem. It's got pretty little yellow flowers on it. This I don't know if it's like Veronica or Heather, one of those two. I'm determined to get rid of these small glue sticks. I ordered the wrong size of glue sticks. Does the at-home store have online? I am not sure. I know you can order stuff, but I don't know if they ship to the house or if they ship to the closest store. Oh, awesome, Joan. So y'all, Joan is joining us from the UK. Thank you for joining us, Joan. So just coming in, adding that floral stem into that grapevine. And you know, look how nice and full that really filled it up. So I'm reading the comments out. Someone did say that the at-home store does ship to the home now. I didn't know that. So we're just going to trim this stem back up. Give me some pieces out of that. Thanks, y'all. Someone said I do beautiful work. So we are just cutting this up, y'all. So like I said, normally I'm a whole stem person. Whole stem meaning I'll try and fit the whole stem in there before I have to cut it up. But sometimes I do have to cut up my stems, y'all. And that's okay. Trying to find a spot where this can go in smoothly. There we go. Have another viewer from the UK. Just saw that. So y'all, purple and yellow. Well, actually, my local school colors are purple and gold. So I guess that's why I might like the purple and yellow so much. But purple and yellow is really great for Easter. And if I had it, I would have definitely added in some yellow forsythia. I think that would look super pretty with this. Someone's watching us from Weatherford, Texas. It's always funny, like when I talk to people, and this kind of just going off of that. I'm like, oh yeah, I live in Texas, and they're like, oh, my friend lives in Texas. They live in Austin, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's like 6 hours from me. They're like, oh, I'm like, yeah, 6 hours. Oh, my friend lives in Dallas. I'm like, oh, that's like 8.5, 9 hours from me. Like one time someone asked, like, because I know there's a lot of wreath makers here in Texas, and they were like, "Oh, it must be so great," and I'm like, "Oh, really, kind of isn't, because we're all kind of spread out really, really far." Like, so Coach Fancy and I both live in Texas, but she lives in Houston, and I live in Alpine, and that's like a good 10-11 hour drive for me. Okay, so I do feel like I need to trim some ribbons here. Like, for instance, my brother and my dad both went to Arizona, and they drove a total of 9 hours and made it to their destination. I'm like, 9 hours? That's putting me like right outside of Houston. Still an hour to go. Okay, so we're just trimming some of these tails up. Yeah, Texas is huge, y'all. Okay, so we trimmed up some of those ribbon tails just a little bit more. But y'all, that's our wreath. Super simple, y'all. We really didn't use a lot of product in here. We used 2 of the 62878 stems, 2 roses, and then I just cut up the other one and I used the piece off of it, and then 2 stems of the filler bush. And y'all, look how pretty that looks. But you know what? I'm noticing something. I think I do need that 3rd rose. Now that I see it in the... Because on my thing, I can see what it looks like in the camera view. And I think I'm definitely missing that 3rd rose up here at the top. Let's see. What do y'all think? Yep, definitely needed that. I can see it. So I'm just going to glue that in like that. Okay. Move that bud over there. Bring this one to the front. There we go. That looks way better, y'all. Just adding that extra rose. So really we used 3 rose stems, 2 of the 62878, 1 14-inch grapevine, and then 2 yellow filler bushes. Oh, I didn't even realize that was sitting there. I'm gonna save that. I'll find a place to add it. There we go. Perfect. Okay. But y'all, so you see this, you know what I would do? I would get like a rustic wooden cross and I would set that right there. Perfect for Easter. Don't you agree? I think if we had a cross right there, it would be very, very perfect for Easter. Okay, and just fluff out that ribbon, that bow. And that's what I love about those half bows. They really make it look like you made a really big full bow, but you didn't. Okay. So y'all, that's really all I have. Once again, we are live here on YouTube at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, Tuesday through Friday. And then we are live again Tuesday through Friday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time on our Facebook page, DecoExchange. So, y'all, that's all I have. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see y'all in the next one.